Social media is performative. It's a way to put your best foot forward and say, hey, look at me and my life and the things I'm doing. If you have an Instagram account, personally, you're probably not going to be posting pictures. It's like, here's me on the couch with Cheeto dust on my fingers and my pajamas. It's going to be you with aesthetically pleasing backdrops or doing interesting things or meeting cool people or maybe pictures of your kids. That's what I see a lot of people with kids doing. So today, we're going to do a little social media audit of Topps and see what the company's doing, highlight the goods, highlight the bads, look at some of the comments and more. But first, here's your intro. I did that in one take. It never happens. So my plan for this video is basically to go through Topps' account and do something of a social media audit of sorts. We're going to see some stuff that we like, we're going to see some stuff that we don't like, and I think the comments could also prompt some interesting conversations. So I'm just going to go look through a week or so of posts and just see what they're up to. So with that said, let's dive in. The first video is about Randy Johnson killing the bird. So Topps has done a good job. They're not skimping on content creation. They're making a lot of top-notch videos. Everything looks really good. Fanatics has clearly improved what they're... Somebody outside my apartment, they're real loud. Fanatics coming in and buying Topps, it seems like one of their biggest, earliest priorities was like, let's really make content. And Topps is a great follow alone just for the historical content that they create. Like, this is a cool little video. They have a lot of that stuff. We got a breaker video almost immediately. This one's sized 4.5 for Instagram, so it doesn't look as good here, but whatever, it's fine. My guess is there's 21 comments. The vast majority of them are probably going to be about breakers opening cards because Topps insist on sharing videos of breakers hitting nice cards, and most collectors push back and say, why are all the nice cards pulled by the breakers? If I'm Topps, I mean, the argument's like, hey, breakers open the most cards and they open them on camera, so it kind of only makes sense. And besides, an 11-year-old from California hit the Paul Skeens 1 of 1. So you can always say that sort of stuff, but I don't know. It does seem like breakers pull a lot of good cards. Let's see what the comments say. Hobbies ruin, all these companies are playing y'all. Some guys are just lucky, huh? Coincidence is canceled, so there's anti-breaker. Can't wait for all the people who have combined to purchase one pack of cards in 10 years to complain about a breaker hitting this. So he's kind of pro Topps. This breaker's notorious for pulling huge hits. Topps feeds all about these scumbag breakers and influencers. There's not one reel of a true collector clown breakers. So yeah, a lot of pushback against the breakers. I'm also going to move my face a bit so we can see the comments. I don't want to block them all with my screen camera. So next up, just in, we acquired shooting sleeve King James War while scoring his 50,000th point, and it's going into a 1 of 1 trading card. So soapbox moment. This is one of my least favorite things they're doing. This is, some people like it. When we do the gym rate grading reports, we see a ton of Topps Now stuff being graded. I think it is crazy. They're selling, 40,000 cards or 100,000 cards, kind of depending on what the card is, with one Willy Wonka golden ticket card that's going to make you a ton of money, and then the rest you're going to get some base card or maybe like a numbered 50 version of that card that would be worth a little bit. It'd be worth more than $10. But they figured out a way to sell base cards to people for $10 and have people excited to purchase. It's crazy. It truly, like, these to me feel like the lottery. As opposed, you have better odds buying a hobby box. You're more likely to get your money back buying a hobby box. So it's kind of wild to me. Let's read the comments because I'm kind of on an island here. It seems like a lot of people like these things. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think, because I can be talked into it, but as of right now, it doesn't compute. A base card is not as exciting, and the chase card feels like a Powerball ticket, although you can't win if you don't play. I've never won in the past, nor know anyone who's ever been a winner. Should cut it to 50,000 pieces and make them all 1 of 1s. Okay, so never mind. There's getting a lot of pushback. I'm just going to get a 1 of 1 tattoo on my nutsack and sell it for $10,000. Because it seems like we can throw 1 of 1 on anything nowadays. That'd be a tough sell, I would imagine, at $10,000. Think of how many 1 of 1s you could get with his jock strap. Shooting sleeve, really, Topps? Okay, never mind. I really thought, just based on the grading reports, that everybody liked this idea. Turns out, I'm not the only one who thinks it's crazy. So we got another Topps Now of Io Sky. WWE? Is that what this is? Raw? Is that WWE? I think it is. So, Women in sports. Nice. Oh, check this out. This is funny, ironically. Y'all pissing me off, LOL. If y'all don't drop a LeBron 50K card, I'm a snap. And then the next post was the 50K card. So, good call, Cameron. Oh, look at this guy's name. Cameron Camilla Terrell Rose Stuckey Garrett. He worked for the U.S. Army, though. So, mad respect. Hey, look. Paul Skeen's rookie logo man was hit by Bag Deegan. Alright, so I went to his page on X. Why are half of his pulls? Okay. I grew up watching him as a giant. I actually hit it. I don't know. Apparently he pulls big cards and posts them and tags tops. So I'm really not sure if he's a breaker or not, but it doesn't seem like this is the first time he's done that, so not sure. Another Aaron Judge video asking him how many points he would average in the NBA, and that's kind of a fun little hypothetical because he's huge, but honest feedback, real cool, good content. Father and son find a 101 X-Men sketch card. Topps has done a good job of highlighting people breaking cards that are like new sets or whatever. So, for example, this sketch card. So it's a way to like show off what the cards look like, and it's a way to show off new introductions to the sets that makes a ton of sense just from a marketing standpoint. Shohei 101 Liquid Gold's been pulled. How would you react if you pulled this card? Pulled by Blez Sports Cards. It's going to be 100,000 comments, and of course was pulled by Blez, something like that. As a small collector, I enjoy seeing these posts less and less. Little guy gets shut out in the companies that buy large quantity of cards. Amazing me, I've never pulled a 1 of 1 given the billions that there are. That's kind of funny. Pulled by a breaker, who would have guessed? I don't know. People are just really out on any of the pulls. Anytime they post a video or a picture of 1 of 1s being pulled, it seems like it's getting pushback more so than reception. If you're Topps, it's tough. I don't know what you do. You still got to like keep showing them off. At this point, they can say, here, this upcoming set is going to have these nice cards, and I'm sure half the commentary is going to be like, well, the breakers will enjoy pulling those, or something to that effect, but you know how it goes. Mike Trout was trying to find his own cards, so it's kind of a fun video. Jade Cargill, 1 of 1 Superfractor. Let's see what the comments are on there. This is different. No shot that went in a binder with no sleeve or anything. Oh, tough. Yeah, that's what it looks like. It really does. Good call. I hit this one on Saturday. Is it too late to delete this, Topps? What a beautiful card. Grading's overrated anyways. That's funny. So people, instead of complaining about the card, they're complaining about the way this one was stored after it was hit. This one's interesting. I saw this video on Instagram. She pulled a 1 of 1 patch out of a blaster box. And my guess is the comments here, another setup from Topps. Who has someone videoing them opening a random box? Topps must think people are idiots. 158 responses. Filming a blaster is actually diabolical. I feel blasters. Slowly showing the card makes me just want to scroll. It isn't making it any more hype waiting. Of course, from a card shop, imagine that. So, okay, well, they can't really win. I was thinking this was a little bit more innocent video. I went over, here's their Instagram, and I know they posted this. So let's see. Awesome product. Can't wait till y'all take over NFL licensing from Panini. At least a normal person got one. People in the comments seem salty. I've pulled an auto that was numbered 25 on my first pack in a blaster. I've pulled Ellie rookie auto out of a blaster. Relax, people. It's just a hobby. So this is crazy. Just the shift from Facebook to Instagram demographics seems to have made a big difference on the kind of comments. This one's like, hey, look, a normal person got one. And these people have done some sleuthing apparently and said, oh, of course this video was shared by the hobby shop and, you know, it's probably a setup. So a little bit different audience reception. So now we have them showing off two of their more Topps Now 1 of 1s. This triple with The Rock, John Cena, and Travis Scott, or this triple autograph with Curry, LeBron, and Durant. Top one, real athletes versus people acting out a scripted act. Yeah, Facebook fans are just brutal. So we're going to just land the plane there. I think we've seen enough to make some takeaways. Let me go back to full screen. So if I'm Topps and I'm the head of strategic communication or the head of digital marketing or whatever, I'm called into a meeting and they say, listen, you can't post anything without being called out. I'm legitimately going to look at the C-suite and say, what do you want me to do? Like, this is all ramifications of the current business model. So they can't get positive responses on Facebook. Like, I'm going to be the first to acknowledge that 90% of the commentary is just full of hatred or pretty snide remarks. So it's kind of interesting that all these people that follow them also collectively just seem to follow them to bash them. But if I'm on the social media team, I don't know what the answer is. I think the solution just stems from changing the basic business practices. But if I'm Topps, I'd much rather keep selling these like one-of-one lottery ticket kind of Topps Now cards and making tons of money. If you sell 100,000 of those at $10 a piece, you're looking at $1 million print run for, you know, an arm sleeve that you acquired for minimal effort. And I'm sure the cost of goods on these cards is pretty minimal, pretty light. So they figured out a good business model that's working, and they figured out, I mean, whether or not it's a setup, having breakers, having high visibility people filming everything in 4K HD, opening the best cards, is a pretty good way to get some people eyeballs on your cards. Plus, these breakers are essentially just making content for Topps. Not a whole. We saw that Aaron Judge video and we saw that Randy Johnson video that Topps actually created in house. The rest of this, they're just sharing stuff from Blaze Sports Cards. And if Topps reaches out to these breakers and says, "Hey, we want to share some of your content," what are the breakers going to do? Are they going to say no? Of course not. They're going to say, "Here's our content. It's extra visibility for us." I don't know what the answer is for Topps, but it seems like they figured it out. They had their best year ever last year, and the hobby is in a good spot, but a lot of people just aren't too happy about what they're doing. It's this really weird dynamic, but that's my thoughts. Let me know in the comments below if you have any position on this, because I'd love to. I'm open to change my view, like change my mind. Let's have a cool conversation. I'll see you next time.